Hey man, how you
Hey,
doing?
what's going on, brother?
Um, Shit, look at this. Another day at fucking work, making that money.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's all good. It's all good. I get paid good for what I do.
So how's the lighting look over here? Am I all right?
Yeah, you're good, man.
All right,
You're
good,
good.
good, good.
So sorry I don't look pretty like I did yesterday.
Yeah, it's all right. You know. It look pretty. Hey, listen, man. On your dirtiest day, you're cleaner than Jim. That's for sure.
That ain't no shit. That ain't no shit, man.
All right. So I had a few things I wanted to say before we get into the discussion, since he's still on live right now, running his cocksuck about us.
I look, man. I was earning my fucking money. I had other things to do. Sorry,
All
not
right.
keeping up on that.
All right. So the first thing I wanted to say was he keeps telling me I need to find Jesus. And this will explain a little bit about me that tells you that he knows nothing about me at all. I'm an ordained minister. I have been for a while, almost 5 years now. And actually, three members of my family are. And I wanted him to understand that what I'm doing has nothing to do with religion. Okay, it has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with the church. Everything I'm doing is for awareness, so that people are aware of what this guy gets away with and what he does to people. Um,
Right.
he also, was on his live in the beginning of his live tonight, was saying, "Oh, I didn't watch it, yada yada." But it's funny because he knew an awful lot about the live that we had. Our interview. He knew a lot about what was said in it. He claims
He
that,
watched it. He just doesn't understand because he's fucking slow.
yeah, he's a simpleton. So,
Somebody hasn't explained it to him yet.
well, I guess somebody came on while he was on there, and they said something about $1,000 bet to show an IP address, and he argued with him and blocked him. He eventually blocked him. Telling him
Of course, because that's what he does. He's got to block everybody.
yeah, he said he never made no bet, and so obviously he misunderstood that part of it, the challenge. So I think we'll have to reiterate that before the night's over.
No problem.
Yeah, so but he did tag Corey in the live to let him know that his daughter was mentioned in the challenge. And he said, "Oh,
Good.
I'd be real careful who people threaten Corey's daughter." Rah 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 rah.
Fucking whatever. I sent that video directly to Corey this morning. Fuck that.
Okay, and the
I sent it to him in Messenger.
so the other
I'm
thing
ahead of Jim.
I
I made
wanted
sure
to,
Corey had it.
yeah, I wanted to address too that he keeps putting my handicapped son's, it keeps coming out of his mouth. And
Yep.
he actually said on a couple occasions now that I use my handicapped son. Now I want everybody to understand something. You can
How do,
go,
how do you how do you use how are you
okay.
using your handicapped son, Steve? You
So
got him down here at fucking McDonald's working and making him pay rent and shit.
yeah,
Well, how
so
are you
so the
using your
thing is,
handicapped son?
if you look on any of my social media platforms, anywhere, you will not see me using my son to garner any kind of sympathy like he does with his dogs. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like, I think that's what he's trying to get across, is that but the only thing that I've mentioned my handicapped son about in this whole situation is because Jim threatened to use him on T-shirts. Because that's the kind of guy he
Right.
is. He will use a handicap or a deceased person to try to garner some kind of support.
Right.
So,
And what he's doing. You know,
yes, yes,
that's a scummy fucker that
ab-
does that.
yeah, absolutely. So I just wanted him to
So
know.
do I get to talk about his mom? Do I get to talk about his dead mom?
Well, I mean, I asked my wife tonight, because on a couple of occasions I heard him say, not just to me but to somebody else, that if we got in his face, it's not a threat, it's a promise that he was going to knock somebody the fuck out.
He's had so many opportunities to fucking hit me in the face. I got the video. I got videos right here. I mean, we can do this all fucking day.
Yeah.
He's not smarter than me.
So
The
so
motherfucker's not smarter than me.
so what I wanted to say was, I've from the beginning not wished any kind of physical harm against this guy.
No.
Okay, just awareness. But
Not even in my argument with him. You know what? We're just out there having, you know what? I think you're a piece of shit. You think I'm a piece of shit. We've said our piece, and you know what? That's what the law allows, and you know that whatever.
yeah, but
You're
I
right.
will say this. I will say this. There is a line that you cross that can make a person change their perspective, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So that is directly to him. If he wants to blur the lines and step over lines, I have no problem going back there, being that guy again if I have to be. But like I've said, I don't wish any physical harm against him. If he came back to New Hampshire, listen, he's got the constitutional right to go wherever he wants. But I can tell you this.
He can come back to fucking Greensburg. He can go right down here and park on the fucking square.
He,
And you know what? The worst I can do is sit there, stand there on the sidewalk and tell him he's a fucking asshole.
if he
That's
comes
it.
back,
He can come right back and do what he wants.
if he comes back to Rochester, New Hampshire, I will tell you this. I will not personally have any kind of physical altercation with him, but it will be the single most uncomfortable visit to any state that he has ever had in his life. And I will guarantee that. Okay, I'll have people park all the way around his bus all night fucking. He won't get a wink of fucking sleep the whole time he's in the Granite State. Guarantee that.
Yep.
So anyway,
Yep.
he did say too that he says that how did he put this? He said that you said in the video, now this is a video he didn't watch, okay? He says he didn't watch,
Sure.
but he says you said in the video
Michelle probably explained it to him or somebody like
yeah,
that.
he
They
says
probably
that
gave him a little
you
summary or
pounded
something,
you pounded on his RV door.
Doesn't matter. I've knocked, pounded, fucking kicked it. It doesn't matter. Come on out. Come
Well,
on out. Stand in front of my face. It doesn't matter what I did. It doesn't matter if I knocked on the door, knocked on the window, pounded on the door, pounded on the window. You know what? You already see. You know what? I'm a yeah. I'm not shy. I'm not shy. I'm not some dainty dude. I mean, look at me, man. I'm
but what I think
actually somebody even commented on that to me today. Dude, I have been on the phone all day today. There's people coming out of the woodwork over that video.
of
Just so
course,
you know that.
of course.
And we're gonna get to some of that
Yeah,
shit, man. I'm telling you what.
I think what my point is though is that he
He's
continued.
trying to backpedal is what he's doing.
Oh
He
yeah,
he he knows he's fucked.
and that's
He
why
knows he's been called out.
yeah,
He knows I got the fucking shit on him.
yeah, and
And he's backpedaling. And he's
that's
gonna throw
why
Corey under the bus. Cause see, that's the thing. He's got Corey believing this. If Corey had come to me and fucking apologized, I might get that. I could understand. I'm a dad. I'm a fucking dad.
right.
All right. And you know more about my family than I've let on, right? There's a whole lot more to my story.
Yep.
All right. You know what? I understand. I get it from Corey's point of view. And my first message I sent to him was, dude, I completely understand. This guy's got you believing. You know what, man? I even told him, give me 15 minutes on the phone. I'll buy the beer. I offered Corey Croucher motherfucking beer just to fucking sit and say, dude, give me 15 minutes. I will show you, not tell you. That's all Jim's doing. Jim's telling. Man, I got the fucking documents, man. I got shit to back me up,
Yeah.
right? And I offered Corey beer. Dude, come on, I get it. I understand. Hey, fuck you and your girlfriend, fuck your dead daughter, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. Come on, what am I supposed to do with that?
So
And then he keeps it on. He brought this on to himself, man.
yeah.
He brought this on to him fucking self. If he wants to have his head up fucking Jim's ass and he wants to come after a guy like me, he wants to talk about fucking golden gloves. Well, fuck, the gloves are off, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Gloves are
well,
off.
I mean, my opinion on them both, they're a couple class A bitches. So I mean, whatever. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
yeah,
You know what? I'll get this to my father-in-law. Are you serious? Are you serious? He passed this on to his father-in-law? I think that's what he said in the comments. Out of my
yeah.
hands.
And it's
His
funny.
father-in-law,
It's
you passed a fight off. You picked a fight with the wrong motherfucker, and then you passed it off to somebody older than you.
yeah. I
I'm
think
not
it's
saying I don't know his father-in-law. I don't know who he is. I don't know nothing about him. but could you imagine the embarrassment that Corey's going to face when, you know, no threats, but if somebody's going to get froggy and leap, somebody's going to get hurt.
Right.
All
Right.
right, and that's the
Yes.
thing. Jim's going to get somebody fucking hurt.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Jim's going to make somebody believe that something's going on that's not going on, and he keeps saying, "I don't advocate for violence." I got 20 fucking videos. I got 30 fucking videos of this motherfucker saying, "Go kick Woody Lapage's ass
I've
for
actually
fucking up my eBay
Hey,
auction."
I've actually posted some on my YouTube of it coming right out of his mouth that he was going to kick somebody's ass.
Oh yeah, the one where he's in the fucking shed and he's fucking tripping out
Yeah,
and
Mr.
he's got
Peaceful.
Bryson on the phone and he's fucking somebody comes out to the shed because he's getting so loud
Yeah.
he's fucking making an ass of himself.
Now, so
You
I
know,
wanted to, I
that was
wanted to,
great. I've watched that. I've watched that 5, 6, 7 times. I laugh every time.
let's clarify this because he says he's proved us as liars. He's proved everything
I
is
know, man.
lies. So
How come
this is,
everybody's a liar? He's the smartest motherfucker in the room, but he couldn't figure out that Bryson's his fucking mole. Are you serious?
yeah. So this is what I want to say is now, how is he going to backpedal out of this when it came out of his own mouth in several videos, not just one, several videos that he had this IP address? How is he going to backpedal out of that, Scott?
Well, I mean, he can. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but you and I know better. And the thing is now that we've done the first video and made the challenge, and I promise you, man, people are watching that
Oh
motherfucker,
yeah,
and he's got people watching him.
yep,
Now people know, and that's all. I don't give a fuck about him. I know he's not going to do this. He's going to throw Corey under the bus. And
yes,
you know what? I know Corey's going to watch this. Corey's going to watch the first fucking video, and he's going to watch this, and he can be mad at me. Be mad at me all he fucking wants. He can make all the threats he wants. He can throw it off however the fuck he wants.
right,
I don't care. The man's had all that time to come down and face me, and he, you know, whatever. Whatever. So if Corey wants to continue down that road, Corey can continue down that road. All Corey has to do is get on a live with me like you're doing and say, you know what, man, that dude had me motherfucking fooled. And I made comments about your daughter and your family and your girlfriend. And this guy had me misled. I believed everything he put in front of me. It happens, man. You got taken by it. I got taken by it.
right,
I loved the guy when I first met him. He had a copy of Emperor Wear No Clothes by Jack Herr laying on the table. It's all fucking dirty and all that. It's got notes. I thought, man, right on. The guy's read the book. And if you're an activist, the Emperor Wears No Clothes. That's your active. That's your cannabis Bible,
right,
right?
yep,
He's got a copy, right? It just took a minute. He talked a good talk. This and that. So whatever. He's got Corey duped. Sorry to say, man. And you know what? Corey's just ego's too big to just admit. It's easier for him to stand up and be a fucking tough guy, be a keyboard bitch, all right, than to say, you know what? I got duped by some scuzzy fucker. I've been donating money to him, and now I've potentially put my family in not harm's way, but certainly I'm a man of my word. I will do what I say
yeah,
and I will videotape it. I understand that, Steve. I will go down here to a truck stop and I will videotape myself with fucking pictures and a roll of tape. All right. You, he did this. I didn't send messages to him. I had no idea who the fuck this guy was till he sends a message to me. And then I go, da 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 da. It's like, who the fuck's this guy? All right. Well, Jim's had him believing, or Scooter, or who the fuck ever. As soon as he figured out that Bryson was the one making comments about him online, well, fuck, I just pissed off the wrong dude. Hey, Woody, I'm sorry, dude. Just like you did. Hey, Woody, I'm sorry.
yep,
And that was it. All you said was, I'm sorry. And
that
no,
was it.
no ill words. There's not been an ill word between you and I since.
Nope,
Right?
right.
If I ever see you in person, I'm going to come up and shake your hand. I'm going to buy you a beer. We- You
Oh,
know,
there's no doubt in my mind that we will eventually see each other in person.
uh, you know, and Corey lives right up here. I've offered him, dude, come here, dude. I'll buy the 6-pack. Pick your poison. If he smokes, I'll buy him a bag. I'll get him a 6-pack. We'll go get a bottle of whiskey. We'll go get some good shit. Go get a bottle of bourbon and sit down and just say, you know what, Corey, right here. Look, here's the proof, right? Because I have it. I have proof. I have documents. I have documents. I have police reports.
Right.
I have,
Yep.
these people, like I said, luckily I'm clean. Come look at me. I'm fucking clean. I submit myself to these checks to get government jobs. How do you think I got government jobs when I had the alarm company? All right. You don't just go get that. You have to be, you got to be brought in. You got to be looked at. Okay. So I'm sorry for Corey's predicament. This shit's left me with no fucking choice.
But
This is my life.
listen, Scott, you didn't put him in this predicament. Jim did.
You're right. You're right. I didn't.
Jim did.
I even gave him a way out, and I'm still giving him a way out.
Yeah.
Corey's still got a fucking way out.
Yep.
All he has to do is man up, swallow his fucking pride and his ego, admit that that he latched onto some scummer, and he got caught up in it. Bryson admitted it.
Right.
You admitted it.
Yep.
I'm admitting it. Right.
So he also, I wanted to say this before we get into
Corey's got a way out. He's just got too much pride, too much ego, and he wants to play tough guy.
So
he's just playing tough guy with the wrong tough guy.
So I wanted to address this too before we get into the subject tonight.
I didn't mean to take up your time.
No, it's all right. But
I want to get that out of the way. Let's just understand that.
Yeah. I want to do this really slow so that he understands, because he's simple-minded.
The terms of the bet.
Nope. What I wanted to tell him is that he continues to say that I live off other people because I get a mental check. I get a disability check from work, a work injury. I'm saying it very slow.
That's part of looking you up and finding out whether or not you're fucking lying to me.
Right.
And are you what you say you are?
Yeah.
Or what Jim is? Are you? See, that's the thing. Jim says, well, he's a fucking liar. Okay, well, I looked into you.
Right. So, I mean, I don't have anything to hide, but I wanted to say that to him because, as far as I'm concerned, if anybody's living off anybody, it's him living off people.
Really? No shit.
I mean, come on.
No shit. No shit.
So
$333 a month for his Social Security. What did he do? Have a paper route when he was 16?
Exactly. So listen, Scott.
Wow.
Clarify this challenge one more time, because there seems to be some discrepancy. He doesn't understand it. Just lay it right out, and then we'll get into what we were going to talk about tonight.
Okay, my apologies. I'm wordy. This is the first chance I've had to talk about this openly.
I know.
Started,
yep.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, I get it.
I kept my mouth shut for the sake of a girl who's afraid I'm going to go out here and hurt feelings.
Yes.
Put it that way.
No, my wife's the same way. She doesn't want me to get into trouble. I mean.
Well, she doesn't. Come on, we're older. She doesn't know. She doesn't know about my life in Indianapolis. And all that. She doesn't know that I got thick skin and I can handle myself, right? She sees the guy that's, the loving dad and boyfriend and, this and that. And the how she doesn't understand. I come from the other side of the track. She hasn't seen that part. She hasn't seen what the military actually did to me. I mean, you got it, So, but anyways, the challenge. Jim has claimed, it's what started this. Jim claimed that I am the one that made a fake profile and ran up the bids on his eBay auction.
Right.
And the auction got shut down. I'm either by eBay or by him. I'm not sure. Okay. He claimed that he contacted eBay to find out what was going on. eBay sent him documents that says, and he says very clear in his video, eBay just sent me documents telling me that Woody Laipage at this IP address is the one that did this to my eBay auction. I want to know that's the guy that was arguing with me over here. And that's where it starts. Now, I didn't make that up. I didn't spend all this time coming after me. I didn't spend this time. I didn't put my daughter's picture in the fucking window. I didn't put my girlfriend's picture in the fucking window. I didn't put two of my businesses in somebody's fucking window, right?
Right.
I'm not the one making crank calls and fake fucking profiles. And dude, look at me. I'm fucking covered in drywall dust. My fucking drywall guy, he left me on, Friday was his last day. He's going to a six-figure job. I can't be mad at a guy for going and taking a six-figure job, and he don't even have to get dirty. Dude, you go.
Right.
But that means I'm the guy sanding drywall.
Right.
So I don't have time. I don't have time for this shit, making fake profiles and doing all this fucking shit to some degenerate in a shit bus. He did this. I can't prove that he fucked his own eBay account. I'm sure he pissed off somebody. Fuck, there's some shit in Ohio. I haven't even found out what's going on in Ohio. I have no idea what happened to him in Ohio, but something happened. And give me a minute and I'll find out.
No.
But like I said, I've spent all day on the people hit me up all fucking day. There's people coming out of the woodwork,
Yeah.
and most of them from healing fields.
Yes.
Healing fields. Let's get that straight right now. I have people from healing fields contacting me. I've been in contact with at least 4 people from healing fields today, all wanting to discuss what's going on
Right.
or wanting to add to what's going on. Like this
Exactly.
Mr. Chambers.
Yep.
Oh, the Mr. Chambers thing, I got that. Don't worry about that. We're gonna do, not today, our next video. We're just gonna dedicate a video to healing fields, because the conversation I was talking about in the video last night, I now have permission to use that. It's there.
Okay.
I got permission today to use that. There's other people involved that I have some respect for. I don't want to just get on here and blast their fucking story,
Right.
right? I have more respect of my friends than Jim does.
Right.
Okay. And so I waited to get permission. Well, now today I got everything that I needed to have that conversation with us about healing fields. So, I've checked you out. I know how you're making your money. All right. And your wife has a really good job with a really good company that loves the shit out of her.
Yep.
All right. And she makes decent money. So once again, you got a guy with no job busting the balls of people who have jobs, a guy with no teeth claiming people who have no teeth, a guy who's never fucking worked a goddamn day in his fucking life, and he's complaining about somebody that's on disability. And you know what, Steve? You ain't cost me a fucking dime. You want to know that? You're in New Hampshire, and whatever New Hampshire wants to pay you, that's on you. I live in Indiana. My tax money don't go to you.
Right.
So, and that motherfucker don't pay taxes, right?
Of course you don't.
The thing is I got 2 businesses. Okay, I got a filing cabinet full of fucking taxes. Okay, I have accountants that look at my shit. Okay, that's what I fucking do. See, I run a legit business, insurance, permits, licenses, you know, all that. I paid money. I earned that fucking shit, man.
Right.
Man, I started American Alarm Company. I quit a job. I had a take-home vehicle. I had 401k. I had full benefits. I had a nice house there on the west side, and man, I got tired of it. I just got fucking tired of it. And I went in, fucking dropped my keys down, credit card, everything. I walked out of that building with $500 in my pocket and no vehicle. I went to a buy here, pay here. I bought my first fucking truck for $400 down. Took the other $100, did the title transfer, put gas in the tank, and I went out and hustled my fucking ass and started an alarm company. I worked third shift at FedEx on fucking dock. All right. Because I'm a truck driver's son and I know freight. Jim and his truck driving shit, and he thinks he knows all this shit about Bryson. He doesn't know shit about Bryson and truck driving. I worked freight, third shift. All right. I'm getting off at 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. By 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting in some meeting with a button-up shirt and a tie, right? Selling my alarm company. That's how I started my alarm company. I would park my truck in another parking lot so that nobody saw what kind of truck I was driving.
Right.
And I did that until I got me a better truck. I worked my fucking ass off. Now, when I decided to shut the alarm company down, okay, now something that nobody else knows, because they don't know anything about my real life. I have 4 children. Okay. Ashley's not the only one that's passed. I have another one that's passed.
Right. Yep.
And he was shot. All right. And they don't know about that. Can't find that. Apparently can't do research very fucking well. Okay. Or you know everything about me. Well, that happened about 6, 7 years ago. And you know what? I just decided I didn't want to be that customer service guy anymore. I didn't want to be the guy that sits on the phone and, button up shirt and tie and, shaved, clean hair. Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
I just, losing a child changes your perspective on life. People with children take their children for granted. Okay. My firstborn, he was born emergency cesarean. He was sick. So at 19, I was married with a sick child up in Alaska
Okay.
in the military,
Yeah.
right? By the time I'm 20, I got a child, a pregnant wife, and I'm in the Middle East. I came home to my daughter. I didn't get to see my daughter born. Somebody sent me pictures, So it losing a child will humble you like a motherfucker,
Oh,
man.
I'm sure.
And I realize that people are petty. People are stupid, like Jim. He's fucking petty, man. Go find something more important to do. Get back to your goddamn mission. You know what? There might even be a part of me that says, okay, I would drop this if you would just go back to your fucking mission. Stop this hashtag meth head Woody shit. Okay, it's a scam, it's a lie, it's bullshit. Go back to your fucking mission, the mission you had when I first met you. When you were really trying to be an activist and you're really trying to get signatures and you're really trying to talk to people. Listen how rude and mean he is to people, his own supporters. Fucking rude and mean.
Oh, he was
And he's done
tonight.
and he's done this to himself, man. He can't admit that he's wrong. You can't take anything from criticism from anybody, but he lives in that scummy RV. I feel sorry for those dogs. I've never seen him abused. I've held Jack in my hands. I fed Jack. Jack was dirty and hungry, but I'd never seen, I got to say, I've never seen Jim abuse his dog, Jack. I don't know the other dog. Because like I said, when I met Jim, he talked about, oh, motherfucker, my dog would bite the fuck out of you. No, your dog wouldn't. Your dog sat in my lap and ate my food
Yeah.
because
Well,
your dog was dirty, and it, so go
I
ahead,
did.
man.
I did see him abuse Lilu. So
Say
I
it
mean,
again.
I said I did see him abuse Lilu. I saw it with my own
Okay.
eyes. And the thing is, Scott, if I was going to make up anything about this guy, why would it be that? Why would it be that specific thing? Why would I say make up that specific story about this guy?
I would almost agree with that. I could think of 1,000 other things that I would accuse this fucker of
Right.
before abusing his dogs. Like I said, he was good to Jack. He had never seen him be mean to Jack. I've never seen him be mean to an animal. I have to take I have to take your word for that. You haven't lied to me. I'm not going to flat out call him an abuser, but I have proof that he's outside of fucking school
Yeah.
handing stickers out to little fucking kids. That's
Yeah, he's a
grooming to
pedo.
me.
Yeah,
All
pedo
right, I got a
vibes.
fucking police report that says that.
Yep.
Okay.
That's pedophile vibes right there.
Well, you know what? To me, there's no gray area. You're either a kitty diddler or you're not.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no gray area there.
Yeah.
Fuck that. So this is a guy who's got nothing. He has no life. And like I said, he's been called out. Now he's called out. He never expected this. He never expected this. Now he wants to backpedal. I'm confused. Motherfucker, there's $1,000 on the line to get you home to your family. I'd think you'd become unconfused real fucking quick.
Right.
All right. You got the honor of your brother's daughter on the line here for your bullshit lies. The least you could do is either put up,
Yeah.
or fucking apologize. Apologize to Corey. Corey, man, I've been lying about this dude, and I don't want to see him do that to you because you watch. Jim's going to be a dumb motherfucker, and he's going to play his dumb shit, and he's going to backpedal like like I said, I haven't seen his live tonight, so I'll take your word for that.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
then he's going to throw his own brother under the fucking bus
Yeah.
and not give a shit. And that'll be on Jim. Understand, I did not start this. I did
Uh-huh.
not send comments to anybody. I didn't fucking send comments to Corey. Corey started that with me. I didn't fuck up the eBay auction. Jim started that with me. Now everybody wanted to take it there. If they'd just kept it with Woody, it'd been all right.
Right.
But they didn't. They had to take it to the family. They had to take it to the girlfriend and the kids. And I didn't bring girlfriends and kids into this. Okay, I didn't bring family into this. But see, Corey thinks he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants, and then nobody gets to do that back to him. Oh, there's consequences for that. That sounds like a bully to me.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not in
Exactly.
high school. We're not in high school. We're out here on the playground throwing fucking sand. Really? You little bitch. Let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you straight to your face. Corey Croucher is a fucking bitch.
Yes, he is. Yep.
He is
Yep.
a fucking bitch.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that because I'm 1,000 miles away. I'm saying that because I'm right down the fucking road.
Right. Yeah, I get it, man. But I'm just saying,
Okay?
you know, I agree with you. Yeah.
Now, I tell you what, if he wants to apologize, if he wants to come to his senses and swallow his fucking pride and his ego and understand that he's done all of this on the word of some fucking scammer and liar, you know, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. And the caveat to my deal, I'll take that back. You're the one that thought of that. Fuck, he should be thanking you. You're the one that gave him a way out. I don't give a fuck if he's got a way out. That was you that said, hey, you know, can you give him a way out?
Well, I mean, you know,
I mean, all right. If he ain't figured it out by now, then there is no out for him. But
I mean, honestly, Woody, does it not make him look worse if he has to admit he lied? I mean, honestly, doesn't it make?
Okay, if he cares about the opinions of fuckheads out here that are dealing with Jim, now if he cares about the guy who's getting ready to fucking make life difficult for him, he claims to be a man, but he can't apologize to the man that's been falsely accused.
Right.
Okay, well the eBay auction wasn't Corey.
Okay, you're right.
It was Bryson that sent the messages to Corey and said whatever, or whoever it was.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that Corey knows that, Corey should offer up and apologize to the real motherfucker that he sent the fucking shit messages to.
I agree.
As simple
Yes.
as that. And you're right. Is Corey going to feel bad about that? A real person would. I don't think Corey does. Honestly, I think Corey's got a mental defect, and that's why he followed Jim like he does.
Yeah.
But I hold out hope. I hold out hope that he comes to his senses. That he sits back and goes, man, I wouldn't want my mom seeing this. I got 4 daughters. I wouldn't want my daughters seeing this. If my sister was here, I wouldn't want my sister to see this.
Yeah.
If my dad was here, I wouldn't want my dad to see this.
Yeah.
His grandfather was a fucking veteran. Understand that. Corey's got vets in his family. Matter of fact, his grandfather was a member of Post 95 up there in Gas City. It's probably where his family hangs out. But he come after a vet like that? Come on.
Yeah, all on the word of a shitbag.
And you know what? I tell you what, I'll go this far. I understand what you're saying. You know what? It would probably be really embarrassing for Corey to get on live like we are now and go live in front of everybody that he's put up this bravado for all these years and apologize and say, man, I'm wrong, Woody, I'm wrong, I was wrong, this and that. So I tell you what, I'll give you one. If he hit me up private, but I want to see his face. He can hit me up in Messenger. He can call me. I want to hear his voice.
Right.
I want to see his eyes. So I won't make him do it live. I won't embarrass him. If he comes to his senses and he wants to hit me up, now I'm obviously I'm going to come here and tell you, hey Corey, hit me up, and me and Corey are good.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Just like Bryson, I kept that between us, and you know what Bryson said to me, that's if Bryson wants that put out there, then Bryson can say, Woody, you're okay. I didn't ask and he didn't tell.
Right.
But Bryson was a man of his word. That's all you need to know.
Exactly.
I'll come back here and tell you Corey's a man of his word. And we can leave it at that. That's good enough for me. Like I said, this isn't for Jim. I'm not trying to convince Jim of shit. Okay? He you can't convince this motherfucker of nothing. He
No.
thinks he's the smartest person in the room. He thinks he knows everything. He's been wrong about everything about my fucking life. Everything he's fucking wrong. Does he think he still gets to just call me a meth head when I have 35 years a resume and the companies that I've worked for, the reference, I have pages of references. Meth heads don't have that. All right, look at the industry I've been in. I hate to keep saying it, but god damn, you don't spend 27 years in my industry with people crawling up your ass in your company all the fucking time, and you're out here smoking meth on the job site. That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's so fucking dumb,
Yeah.
right? That's so dumb. Corey, Corey needs to come to his motherfucking senses. So all you got to do is come to his fucking senses and hit me up. Stop playing this fucking game. It's a game.
Yeah.
You have no idea. He has no idea how many people here in this town want to know who in the fuck tried to get someone fired from their job.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know who in the fuck sent Woody Laipage a message talking about fuck your dead daughter. I hope I'm the one to kill you so you can hug her in hell.
Wow.
I got brothers who want to know, who want to look at the face of the motherfucker that said that to
That's
me.
crazy, man. Wow.
Okay? Let's get that straight.
That's a scumbag move, bro, for something
And
like
that's
that.
one message. That's one out of many. I didn't do this. As far as I'm concerned, he gets whatever the fuck he deserves.
Yeah.
Okay? You know, but I understand. Like I said, this is about trying to let people know that they're being duped by this fucking scumbag.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Trent sends him the money to get into the fair. What did he do at the fair? He spent the whole time worrying about who was going to be in your fucking interview. He wasn't in the
Yeah.
fair doing his mission.
Yeah.
He was in the fair worried about what you were going to do because you know what? You live rent free. I'm telling you what, you're the greatest fucking real estate agent ever.
Yeah.
You've lived rent free, and this motherfucker, both of us have.
So it's funny you say that because his live tonight, at the beginning of his live, Barb said something to him and he goes, "Oh, I've already said everything I'm going to say about them tonight." And then the entire live was about me and you.
You're
Entire
forgiven,
live.
Steve. You're forgiven. You're forgiven, Steve.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's what he said. I've forgiven.
know,
Oh, but he did say, even though they're forgiven, I have a huge surprise next week for them. Not a little one, a big one.
Am I forgiven?
He says
Am I forgiven? Am I forgiven for because I got blamed for everything Bryson did.
yeah, he says he's forgiven everybody and he's pulled them up by the roots and thrown them out of his garden, I guess. I don't know.
So where's my apology? Okay, so let's just go on a limb. Let's say I fucked up that auction. Let's say I did that. Okay. But we know for fact, we know when Bryson started doing everything. I mean, now we can look back and we can say, okay, well, that's where Bryson started his shit.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's when my daughter got put in the RV. That's when my girlfriend got put in the RV. That's when he made a t-shirt with my picture on it. And you know what? I almost got on fucking eBay and fucking, I almost made an eBay account and got on eBay just to put a bid on that fucking shirt.
Did
Are you serious?
he have pictures
I'm
of
so
you?
proud of that picture. And he wore it on his shirt.
Did he have
Bet he
pictures of you and your
off.
family on there?
I don't know. I didn't see that. I thought
Yeah, I think
put
he
that
had.
in the
He had.
RV.
I believe he had photos of you guys, you and your family, on there for auction.
He took the one with me holding the toilet paper with the name Scott on it.
Yeah.
Come on. You made a joke of me making a joke of myself. You can't fucking make fun of me, dude. I'm my own biggest motherfucking comedian. I'll make fun of myself all fucking day long. You can't make fun of me. There's nothing you can say to me that I haven't.
Well, that's like him. That's like him. It's funny because he makes fun of my.
I make my own memes.
He makes fun of my
toilet paper after
He
me.
makes fun of my lazy eye. And it's a running joke. I don't give a fuck about that, man. Maybe back when I was in third grade, but now I even joke about it.
Right,
It's not something that if he thinks it's insulting me, it's not. It's not.
right,
You know. So
right.
anyway, listen. Let's
I
talk
tell you
about.
what, my mom has worse things to say about me than this motherfucker. Okay,
Uh, yeah.
oh my god, man,
So
I was raised rough. I got thick skin. We whatever.
I wanted to ask you what was.
Okay, so hold on. The deal.
Oh yeah,
Look,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
really quick. It's really simple. All Jim has to do is take the document that he flashed around that he swore in multiple videos proved that Woody Laipage fucked up his auction,
Yep,
and he needs to submit it with the complaint
yeah.
to the Greensburg Police Department.
Right,
I don't care, and I don't care who he submits it to. He needs to submit it to the Greensburg Police Department with an official complaint. I know he has the email address because he spent fucking months harassing my police department.
right.
If
Yep,
he needs the form, I'll get him the form and send him the form. I mean, because he's a technotard. The motherfucker can't do anything for himself. Okay, all this shit that's been done, all this shit that he claims to know about me, come from other people that don't know me, right? It's dumb as shit. It really is. You know, I mean, look at some of his followers. Isn't is Randy's handicapped, isn't he?
yeah,
Randy Ritter.
yeah.
Okay, because you know what? A friend of his hit me up today. Can you believe that? Hey, I know Randy Ritter. Really? I wouldn't be bragging about that shit. That motherfucker's on here, and I didn't know that. So what? The guy's fucking handicapped, and he sits here and he follows a guy daily that makes fun of your handicapped child.
Right,
Are you what? That's like Michelle. Michelle killed her fucking kid.
right. Exactly.
That woman got fucking drunk and killed her fucking kid, and she sits on Jim's fucking lives and supports a man who trashes a vet's deceased daughter.
Yeah,
What? How pathetic are these motherfuckers? That's pathetic. When Corey gets on and trashes his sister passed. Have you no shame? Right. I mean,
yeah,
come on.
yeah. Exactly,
His
man.
girlfriend passed. He lost a girlfriend. I ain't mad at him for that. I'd be angry too. Don't take it out on me though. Okay, but really. So that's the people that you're following this guy? You are people who've had tragedies and he's fucking scamming your donations off your tragedies.
Yeah.
Off
Yes.
each other's tragedies. What a scum.
Yes.
Michelle should be ashamed for supporting a man who goes after someone's deceased daughter when she has a deceased child, regardless of how that child died.
Hmm.
Period. Like I said, I don't care whether she did it or not. I promise you, after losing that child, that woman should have sat down in front of a mirror.
Yes.
That woman should have sat down in front of a mirror and questioned every parenting decision she ever made. I've had to do it twice. But to have her come in here and he still treats her like shit, he fucking yells at her in the lives and stuff.
Hey,
Why would you follow someone like that?
hey, give me a second. I gotta grab something.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right on. Okay, the bet. $1,000 says Jim won't take those papers down here and submit it to the Greensburg Police Department.
Right.
All right, that's it. I got $1,000. I'm a man of my word. I'll hand him. Corey can come get the money. Will can come get the money, or whoever. I know there's a couple of them guys are from from Jessica's right down here south of me. Jim doesn't have to come here and get the money. Fuck, I'll cash app it to him.
Right.
When the Greensburg Police Department contacts me and says, Mr. Albright, you need to come down and answer some questions, Jim got $1,000 in his hand. That's it. I want the Greensburg Police Department to call me up and say, you need to come down and answer some questions. They don't have to file charges on me. They don't have to find me guilty. They don't have to go into court. All Jim has to do is put that proof that he put in front of you guys, put it in front of my chief of police. That's it. That's good enough for me.
Right.
That man's going to call me and say, Mr. Albright, come down here. I need to discuss some things with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I'll be right down. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Maybe covered in drywall dust, but I'll be right there.
Okay, well, maybe this time it'll sink into his head.
Hopefully, he's already had it explained to him several times.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Okay. But the caveat is that it's just real easy for Jim to do what he's doing right now. Well, fuck that. I don't owe anybody anything. Yeah, you do. You fucking trashed 3 years of my fucking life.
Yep.
You're not. I'm not forgiving anybody. Ain't nobody forgiven. I haven't given fucking forgiveness to nobody. Do I look like I'm forgiving anybody? Do I look like I give a fuck about Jim's forgiveness? Fuck him. He's blasphemous. He is blasphemous. He is sacrilege.
Yeah.
Understand that. He can say what he wants about you, walking into a church, trying to act like Jesus. And it doesn't matter if you don't agree with what those people in there, and they come to my door, they knocked on my door. Okay, so what? I need to go down here to the Jehovah Witness, Kingdom Hall and go in there and act like a freaking idiot and be disrespectful to them. Okay, no, they knocked on my door, told them I'm not interested. They went to the next house.
Right.
Okay, no big deal. It's nothing personal. Stop acting like everybody, like you got to go after everybody because you're going to pick a fight with the wrong motherfucker.
Eventually.
You're going to come down to Greensburg and find out who you picked a fight with.
Yep.
Bring it on. Now, Jim thinks he's so fucking bad. He ain't scared of me. He ain't, then bring it. Get his $1,000. Get his day in court. That's what he said he wants.
Right.
He wants to shut down my business. He wants to, remember just the other day, he said he wanted to take things. I hope it's somebody good, somebody who's got something that I can take from him. I'm getting ready to buy my second fucking house. You got that? What you see right here, this is getting ready to go into a 1,500 square foot building out back behind my new house that we're getting ready to buy. This one we're just going to give to the daughter because, okay, come, bring it. Let's go. I got more than one vehicle, okay? I got my motorcycle. I got my dune buggy. I'm getting ready to get another motorcycle, I mean, man, I got a fucking, goddamn, yeah, you want to come take something? Come try it. Come try it. Whether you want to be physical or you want to be hands-on, you want to do it in court, you want to do it in small claims court, let's go. Fuck, let's go on Dr. Phil. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see this motherfucker on Dr. Phil. Could you imagine that shit? So that, so the caveat is he's going to try to slime his way out of it and say, well, I don't give a fuck. And then he'll go on. No, you put my girlfriend and you put my daughter in the back window of that fucking RV and you drove across country.
Yep.
I've had comments made about my daughter. Like I said, she never lied to me. There's nothing that's been said online. And understand, up until this morning, the people in my day-to-day life have absolutely no idea what the fuck's going on, and nobody's seeing this. Jim ain't hurting nobody. He's not hurting me, and he's not getting my clients. He's not getting nothing, But Jim went there and Jim started that. And Corey wanted to grab on. Corey thought he was cool, and Corey thought he was a tough guy, and this and that. And you guys put daughters on the table. I didn't.
Right.
You guys, they put girlfriends and wives on the table. I didn't. I would never have gone there. I wouldn't go after Bobby. I would never have thought of going after fucking Bobby Lopez. Bobby Lopez. Let me say that louder. Bobby Lopez. I would never think of going after her. until somebody put a picture of my dad in the back of a play. Jim's grand.
Well, our first
Don't back on my grandkids.
our first technical difficulties of the evening. Hold on 1 minute, people. What's going on here? There's the ring.
There you go.
Yeah, that was bound to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
Well, I got my phone over here, and then I'm on Facebook on the big computer, so I can see on the big screen. And I don't know if having two devices on at the same time is messed with this. So, anyways, you know what? Since Corey loves Jim so much, and Jim loves Corey so much, they want to be little buddies like that, and they're gonna, they want to be like that. Then all right, then Corey had no problem coming after my daughter. Okay. So daughters are on the table. If Jim can't do this, then he apparently doesn't love Corey, or doesn't give a shit about Corey's family.
Right.
All right, because Jim and Corey didn't give a fuck about my family. Okay,
Exactly.
they didn't give a fuck about my family. But now I'm supposed to give a shit about Jim's family, and I'm supposed to give a shit about Corey's family, and I'm supposed to worry about tough guy bullshit. So that's it. That's the deal. $1,000. Proof or shut the, proof or proof or pics. That's it. That's what it's down to. Proof or pics.
Right.
Corey's got his way out. Come to his fucking senses. Realize that this has gone on way too far. I will take this further. Steve, I'm telling you right now, I will take this further. Okay? And we can go. He doesn't, let's just don't do this. Let's just don't do this. Just hit me up private. I'm sorry. That's it.
Well,
You
I
can even
mean,
hit me up private, and I won't even, I
I mean,
won't make it public. I won't try to embarrass him. Come to his senses.
well, I mean, you've given him the out. You know what I mean? If he doesn't take it, it just shows his stupidity.
Put my child in that fucking back window,
Oh, I
man.
mean,
Like I said, the only reason he's got an out is because of you. He needs to thank you for any out that he's fucking got.
and the thing is, that's why I wholeheartedly believe that when Jim threatened to use my son and then was telling people, well, I only threatened, I never did, but I believed he would.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
he will.
of
He did it
course.
to me.
I mean, of course he would.
He's got no bottom. He's scum. He talks about being a Christian. No, there's not a Christian on this planet. There is not a Christian, a real Christian on this planet that would do something low like that.
Right.
Okay, that's like this doobie Kane on that follows him. You go look at that profile. It's just nothing but religious memes. It's like you're fake. You can't be and follow a guy that tries to do this to people's families and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, she commented on one of my videos saying, is this how you want to be when Jesus comes back? Listen, I'm like, I don't know why you guys are trying to pull religion into this. Jim uses that as a crutch and sympathy card, is what he does. Tries to play the whole, I follow Yahweh and Yahshua and yada, 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 and it's bullshit.
Bearing false witness.
Yeah, I mean, because, look how he acts. Is that a peaceful person to you?
coveting thy neighbor's shit,
Yeah.
whatever we know. All come on.
So,
Okay,
uh, so,
so go ahead.
so we're let me check something here. What are we on for time? We're at 55 minutes. So I wanted to. What was it we were going to discuss? We're going to save the healing
Okay,
field for
well,
the third
I
video.
got okay. I had several things written down, and we've discussed most of them. I want to make a correction. I'd like to tell you about High on the Hill
Okay.
and
Yep.
Church
Yep.
11,
Yep.
or Bill 11 and the Church of Cannabis. Okay, because that's where I come from. That's how I met this guy.
Yep.
And then that way you can hear this pattern of how he comes in and everything's just the same. Then he goes somewhere else. And it's all the same. So I want to make a correction. Yesterday in the video, I said that the event that Jim was invited to was my event. I said every event at High on the Hill was mine, and that the event that he was invited to was mine. That's not correct. Up until Desi bought High on the Hill, all those events were mine. Any band, any stages that went through there, those were mine.
Yep.
Jerry let me do that. I had a contract with Jerry. Okay. Even Jerry, the owner, had to go through me to put any kind of show on. That was just, she trusted me. I had keys to the building. I took care of the place when she was away on vacation.
Right.
She trusted me with money, merchandise, security. I did the alarm system. I did the cameras. Hell, I did the cameras in the bar next door. Armed security. When the alarm went off, she called me. I went over to the building. She didn't go to the building. I went to the building. You know, but anyway, and that's there in Speedway on the west side. If anybody knows where Mike's Bar is on 16th Street, um, you know, um, so Desi and I go way back. All
Yeah.
right, we go way back. I met her through my second wife, and her and I've known each other, God, 25 plus years. I don't know. Our kids grew up together, right?
Right.
Desi's got four, and I had two from my first wife. Um, and then my second wife, I knew her. Like I said, oh, we all knew each other. Our kids all grew up together and shit. We got our own circle here, right? So, um, um, Jerry tells me, well, I'm gonna sell High on the Hill. I'm like, hey, you can't do that. Oh, and she said, why don't you buy it? Well, I got the alarm company, so I said, hey, Desi, why don't you buy it? And Desi's never owned a hippie shop before, but she knows how to run a business. She was running a business down in Tennessee, and that's where she was when we hooked up. She moved up here and got with me. We were together 5 years, and there towards the end, she bought High on the Hill off Jerry. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you right now, that girl came in on her first day, rearranged the entire freaking store, took everything down, took everything out, wiped everything down, cleaned the whole place, rearranged everything. That girl went through the books, and I mean, everything was to the penny. Every drawer was to the penny. That girl never misplaced a single fucking penny.
That's
Right.
good. Yeah. That's awesome.
She had a contract with Jerry to buy it. I'm going to tell you, she had that business paid off in half the time. Okay,
Cool.
there's
Yeah.
no fucking around. Let's understand that right now. I don't care what happened in our relationship. They ain't nobody's motherfucking business.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly. Yes.
but how she ran that business was, you know, T's crossed, I's dotted,
Yep.
and she accounted for everything, every penny, and that's how she was. Okay. So she wanted to do a show. She wanted to do an event, and like I said, she's from Tennessee, and or she moved down there. I met her here in Indiana. She moved down to Tennessee and was down there, and we lost touch for a while. So somebody from Tennessee, because Jim's from Tennessee, spent a lot of time down there, and he's not allowed down there no more. I wonder what happened down in Tennessee.
Yeah. Makes
I
you
wonder what
wonder.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonder why he doesn't go back to Tennessee. Okay, because he's got some roots there, but he won't go back.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't figured that one out yet. But somebody down there knew Desi and said, "Hey, I got this. There's this guy down there. His name's 420 Jim. He's doing cannabis and, legalization, all that. And Desi's like, oh, right on, and it's like everyone else, just like you and everyone else, gets on Facebook, checks him out. And, he seems legit. She hits him up.
Damn
He
it.
says, man up.
Hold on. Oh, we're
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Okay.
No,
But
she hits him up and says, hey, we're a hippie shop up here in Indianapolis. We'd like to do an event. If you'd like to come up and, maybe be at our event. And it was Desi's first event. She put it all together herself. She said, Woody, I want to do this myself, and hands off. And I was really proud of her. She put it all together. She lined everybody up. She had band, comedian, I think actually Jimmy Shaw. I'm not sure. I may be mistaken. I have to go back and look at the flyer. Chief Greenbud, if you've ever heard of Chief
yep,
Greenbud
yep.
from down south, he was invited. He was actually on the road on his way up. So, um, so they agree to this, and he says, "Man, I got all this money, and I'll come up, and I'll put half down." And she says, "Oh, right on, I can handle that." Well, she puts the show together.
Right.
Well, the motherfucker shows up 2 weeks early. Next thing I know, I got this goddamn RV pulling up in my parking lot, and we're looking out the window, going, "What in the fuck is that? That's that dude." But what the fuck? He's not supposed to be here for fucking 2 weeks, week and a half. It's like, oh shit, and he's in our parking lot. Well, let me tell you something about Desi. Desi spent time down in Tennessee. She about 90 pounds soaking wet, little itty bitty thing. All right, and she put her hand on her hip, and she'd go, "Oh, hun, bless her heart," with that little Southern Belle accent. And I'm telling you what, that girl would melt the sun. She's the nicest thing on the fucking planet. Okay, and she'd do anything for anybody. And I've watched her do it. Okay, I've watched her give to others when her and her kids were struggling. Make no mistake. So, he gets up there and, she's, "Hey, how you doing?" And, this and that. Of course, he's dirty. His dog's dirty. I don't think too much of that because
He's a
um,
hippie.
he's been on the road and he's a hippie, right?
Right,
I
right.
mean, I don't mean that wrong, but when you live on the road, okay, I said I come from a truck driving family. I know what it's like to be on the road and not be able to shower,
Yep.
being broke down on the road, eating fucking truck stop food and, all kinds of shit. Everything Jim's going through, I've been there, done that, right? I understand. You know what? We let him plug in, we gave him electric, we let him go take a shower. We had a shower, bathroom inside our building. I got food for his dog, like that. Daddy gets dinner, goes over to the bar, and you know, gets dinner for all of us. And, that costs money buying dinner out of the bar for, 4 people. You got me, her, and her boy, and then Jim's there, and then, feeding the dog for him. And it's like, well, this guy ain't got nothing. You know,
Wow.
couple days later, Desi's inside the store and gets a phone call, right? It's one of her customers, young girl, 22, 23. She's like, "I'm out here, I'm in my car, I'm afraid to get out. There's some old man out here knocking on my window asking for change." And Desi's like, "Ah, god damn it," thinking that the fuckers from down the street are down here begging again, right? She looks out the window and it's fucking Jim out there fucking panhandling off the goddamn customers in our parking lot.
Wow.
And she's like, "What the fuck, man?" And that's when we realized, well, this guy ain't got no goddamn money. This guy ain't got no fucking money, man. And, Desi's like, "Oh shit." She's got to cancel the event.
Oh man, really?
Well, in this time, he's been introduced to the people at the church. Like I said, he's been here for, I don't know, he's been here for a week, right?
Yep.
5, 6 days. Been in a parking lot. It's like, man, something's not right about this. Something's not right about this guy. And every day it's something little, something little, something little, and you start questioning things, going, "What the fuck?" And he got introduced to everybody, Bill Levin and everybody over at the Church of Cannabis and all that. Now, so we got Jim out of there. We got him out of the parking lot, and he started a bunch of shit, started fucking lying, started his videos and the shit that he does. He fucking, you know, Now the thing is, me and Desi, we're on the outs. Okay, this is the end. So this is all kind of happening at the same. Her and I part ways. She stays there and runs the business. I go off, and and that's it. Now he spent quite some time going after her, tried to get the business shut down, tried to fuck over Facebook, the crank calls, emails, all kinds of fucking shit. Yelp reviews, Google reviews. See, you can't do that to my business, but you can to hers. And he did it, and he caused her a lot of fucking grief. He lied about her, said, oh, she's a fucking meth head. She's lost her kids and this and that. I'm going to tell you right now, bullshit. Desi's never lost her kids. As a matter of fact, that woman raised 4 kids by herself with no help, no child support, no man, no nothing. I came along later, right? And honestly, I'm a dick. I wasn't much help. I had my own company to do. I'm an asshole. I'm difficult to live with. You know, I wasn't much help. Hit the fucking road. I ain't mad at her for that.
Right.
That was the right thing for her because she kept that business. And you know what? I haven't been in contact with her for since then. But I hear she sold the business. She's retired. She sold the business. She owns her house. She's happily married to some really nice dude that treats her good. Fucking right on. Right on. Jim shit, he tried to fucking shut her down, but he didn't. She persevered and she's doing well, as I've heard. Okay.
That's good. That's
So,
good.
that's the story. That's how he ended up here in Indianapolis. We invited him. Just like you did. You look at him on Facebook, he looks good for a minute. If you don't delve deep like Rhonda did, you don't see the shit, you don't see the patterns, you don't see the shit. And now you got him in. And the fact that he says, "Oh, I haven't drank," bullshit.
Yeah.
Got him
Yeah.
on video, 2 security systems. The one at High on the Hill and the one at the bar. That motherfucker's sitting outside with the owner drinking his donation money while he's got 5 cameras pointed at him. Now, remember I told you about Desi.
Yep.
Desi don't fuck around. My notebook doesn't touch her notebook. She's got video of this guy out in our parking lot.
Yeah, he's
She's
been.
got video of this guy over at the fucking bar drinking with the fucking owner.
Yeah, telling people
Okay?
10 years he hasn't had a beer.
Bullshit. Never plugged in anybody's electrical.
Yeah.
Bullshit. He plugged into mine.
Yeah, he had the
Plugged
opportunity
into
to he
mine.
plugged into my buddies in Maine too.
And that was the
So
first cannabis. My name was on the first cannabis. Signed it right up on the right front fender.
yeah.
Back when he was doing the whole jackapoo shit.
Yeah,
Right?
I signed the inside of the second one.
So all that bullshit that he's ever said about Desi and High on the Hill, he's full of fucking shit. See, he thinks because he met somebody a couple times that he knows their life.
Right.
Like I said, I go back 25 plus years with Desi. Okay, I still tell her kids happy birthday.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, like I said, I'm I'll take responsibility for my part in what happened, and I'm out of there. But she doesn't deserve the fucking shit that he did to her
Of
in her
course not.
business.
No.
That girl worked her fucking ass off. She was in there at fucking 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, unpacking inventory, taking inventory, doing orders, getting her Facebook right,
Um,
promoting her business.
speaking of
Fuck him.
leaving reviews, he did that at my wife's work. Now my wife literally, Woody, has made 2 comments this whole time, and neither one of them were negative. And he dragged her into, and his excuse for that is he says A, that she should be controlling me, and B, that I said she saw the abuse that he did to Lilo. And I never said that. I said somebody else saw it, and it was a neighbor that saw it, not my wife.
But see, with that logic, then Jim needs to control Corey.
Right. Right. I mean, I was like, I'm my own person.
Shirley can't control me. That keeping myself quiet was an act of love because I love Shirley more than I hate Jim.
Right. Right. I mean,
Okay.
listen, if my wife wants me to stop doing everything, but she realizes that I'm my own person and that,
And I'm right. I'm not pussy whipped. I do what I want. But come on, she was right. Let the cops handle this.
yeah, exactly. I get that. And my wife,
And now here we are. Jim can't take the bet. Good decision on my girl's part,
yeah,
right?
he can't prove it anyway. First of all, it wasn't you, so you're $1,000 safe. Second of all, there's no way in hell eBay's going to break the law and send him an IP address. It
Right.
wouldn't happen.
Right. That takes a warrant.
It
That
may
takes a
only
warrant.
the only place that would happen is on Planet fucking 420 Jim.
Right. No shit.
So I
No
mean,
shit.
it blows my mind some of the things that he comes up with.
Right.
It
Oh,
honestly does.
right. Right. It's mental gymnastics. You're like, hold on, you got to rewind it and listen to it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
was that thing, right? The
technical
hospitality,
difficulties.
huh?
Oh, there you are. All right. Yeah.
Okay. The hospitality that Jim got met with by Desi at High on the Hill was, I promise you, some fucking. Now when I say Tennessee, we're talking down south. You know, deep South Tennessee.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Jim got met with some amazing hospitality from a Southern girl. Okay. Accent and all. You better believe it. That man did not leave our parking lot hungry, even though he's a fucking liar. Okay. He didn't have fucking money. She still fed the motherfucker. She still let him use the fucking electricity, you know, and she still didn't start shit with him when he left. He did that to her.
Yeah.
So that brings up the Church of Cannabis. You want to talk about picking a fight with the wrong motherfucker. Let me tell you about Bill Levin. I'm going to tell you about Bill Levin because there's a lot of shit, not just with Jim, but here in Indiana. Okay. Bill Levin is a public figure, and there's a lot of shit that's been said about him. Okay. But see, Jerry back at the Hill introduced me to this man. He's a fucking OG. Let's just get that. Okay. So he goes over there to Bill's church. Okay. And Bill has the First Church of Cannabis. They do lives every Wednesday. I encourage anybody and everybody to find the First Church of Cannabis on Facebook and go check out their lives on Wednesday night. This man walks into his church and he hugs every beating heart in that building. That man's got a hug for everybody. That man has a hug for everybody. Okay? And I know he looks crazy with his cigars and his crazy white hair and shit like that. Man, he earned that. He earned that. He's not just some guy that started a church, man. He goes way back. He goes way back before anything I did. I promise that. Matter of fact, when I talk about 20 years of messing with local bands and doing media, doing interviews, man, I've got to do radio. I've got to do TV, cable access, MC, things like that. Bill Levin paved the way for guys like me to go do that. His one of his partners was my mentor back in the day when I started my first project. Okay, so you know, you've probably heard of Bob and Tom. They're syndicated. They're from here. They've been on Q95. And they do their comedy radio shit here. You
Yes.
know,
Yep.
back in the day, back when they first started out on the radio, okay, they did a cable access. They did it late at night, and these guys would get fucking baked. Now, when you hear them during the day in their morning show. Okay, that's pretty professional. They got this down. I mean, we all grew up listening to that stuff. They do this cable access late at night, and you could tell they were baked, and it was like dinner and a movie with Bob and Tom, right? Bill Levin has been on on Bob and Tom's cable access show. This guy's been around. He knows everybody. Okay. They did the first cannabis awards here in Indiana. He's the guy that headlined that. It was his
Yeah.
fucking idea.
Yeah. He bitched about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You come up
because
with a
it
better
wasn't
idea. Come up with a better idea than Bill Levin.
because
Good
it's
for
not a
you.
legal state. He said they shouldn't have done it there. It's not a legal state.
So that's how you make it legal.
Right.
You sit here and work.
Exactly.
Do good work. Okay, let me tell you something about the Church of Cannabis. He can sit and put them down. Not if you go look on their Facebook page, you know what the Church of Cannabis does when during the week and the weekends? They're out feeding the homeless.
Yeah.
Go look at their Facebook page. They're feeding the homeless. Okay? So you got Jim asking people to take care of him. Bill and his church,
I'm taking care
they're
of
out
people.
here taking care of the community,
Right.
man.
Right.
Bill's a man of his fucking word. When Bill said, Woody, I'm going to start a church, you know what? By God, Bill Levin went and started a fucking church. Okay? Now, he calls Bill a liar. Here's the deal. Here's something that a lot of people don't know. Our governor was Mike Pence.
Yep.
Okay? Well, Mike Pence did the Religious Reformation Act or something like that. Basically, it says you can't discriminate on somebody's religion. Sounds good to me. Well, Bill says, well, I tell you what, cannabis is a sacrament, so then you can't discriminate against the sacrament, you know. So Bill says, you know, I'm gonna, you know, what I'm gonna do. It's legit. He did the research. He did everything he said he was gonna do. Now, fucking Jim calls him a liar because Bill says on the first day of service, he's going to go in there, he's going to stand at the altar, and he's going to spark up a fucking joint, even if it gets him arrested. He's going to make a statement, okay? On the day of Bill Levin's, on the first day of church, Bill did not do that. Okay? There's a reason for that, and Jim called him a liar. A lot of people called him a liar for that. Because he didn't spark that joint up at the altar like he said he was going to. Well, what a lot of people aren't taking into consideration is, see, Bill had went and talked to the mayor and the chief of police. Three of them had a meeting. See, Bill can get important people to talk to him. Jim can't get important people to talk to him.
That's right.
Nobody wants to talk to Jim.
Nope.
Bill's got a meeting with the mayor and the chief of police with a phone call like that. They all three agreed that nobody'd make public statements, that there wouldn't be no harassment or nothing, that Bill didn't want a Waco happening at his fucking church, right? Where he sparks up a joint and the SWAT team comes in and flashbangs the fucking church, and they're, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're going to come in and arrest me for smoking the joint, just have two officers walk in. I'm gladly going to walk out. This was all planned. The lawyers were there. The bailout money was there. This was planned. There was a group of people that this is all worked out with. Bill's ready to do this. Bill's ready to make a fucking political statement, right? The chief of police reneged on the agreement. The chief of police, 3 days before Bill was to have his first sermon, the chief of police come out and made comments that said, I'm not supporting this. Bill, and basically said Bill Levin was akin to Jim Jones and the Guyana massacre.
Wow.
Well, that's slander and defamation of character. I don't care how you put that. Our kindergartner could tell you that's fucking defamation.
Wow.
That's some serious fucking shit. Jim Jones fucking killed like a lot of people. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, Jonestown.
You know?
Yep.
And Jim Jones was from Indiana, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was a Hoosier. So on legal advice, understand this, on legal advice, Bill, don't fire that joint up and take the arrest. Let's take the lawsuit for the slander. Now we're not the defendant, we're the plaintiff, and we still get to take this to court. It was a legal move, man. It was a legal move made at the last minute because the chief reneged on his motherfucking word. Okay? Bill did the right thing. And he acted on advice from his attorney. Some of us were there.
Right.
Some of us know that this is what happened. Bill's not a liar. That joint was sitting right there in that fucking goddamn pocket. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. You don't understand, Bill. He's a fucking OG. He's a man of his word. That man would have spent 2-3 months in jail if it furthered the cannabis cause. I believe Bill Levin would go spend a year or two in jail if it fucking furthered the cannabis cause. He is a true fucking believer. And all this shit, all these people talking shit about him, he took so much shit when he opened that church. So the day of the church, the day of the ceremony, Bill goes in and does a ceremony. The place is packed. You couldn't get into the fucking neighborhood, dude. Every news crew in Indianapolis was there. Fucking other churches were there protesting. The street was packed. You couldn't drive through the neighborhood. The city paid, I think it was like 10 or 15, $20,000, and had a camera put up on the pole outside the church. They were watching the church for weeks before this happened.
Really?
Church, oh yeah, church had been vandalized, had the sign stolen and ripped down, you know, shit like that. I mean, they came at him. So, the day of his ceremony, his first day of service, the place is packed, right? Cops are fucking everywhere, dude. They come down in force. The only two people that got arrested? You know who got arrested? Two people got arrested that day, Steve. You know who got arrested that day, the day that Bill Levin opened that church to the public? Two other showed up to protest. Two and got into a and altercation like how
Oh, I lost you.
pastor church got for fighting.
Hold on, Scott.
Bill,
Scott, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, all right. Hold on a minute. There you back.
Yep.
All right, who got arrested?
Okay. The day of the service, the only two people that got arrested were the pastors from the two Christian churches that showed up to protest Bill's church. Physical altercation out in the middle of the street because they didn't like how the other church was protesting. Bill didn't go to jail. That church is still going today. They're doing lives every Wednesday night. Okay, and I'm not talking 2 or 3 people. The place is packed. Okay, he's worldwide. He's international. This man had people from Australia calling him and doing interviews with him. He's got people in Europe calling him and doing interviews. This man's people from 6 of the 7 continents calling him up to do interviews when he started that church. Jim, fucking dipshit, Jim can't get 6 people outside his goddamn RV at one time.
Yeah.
And he wants to talk shit about Bill Levin and Jimmy Shaw. Jimmy Shaw is a fucking professional. He's an MC. He's a comedian. He does the Roadkill comedy show up here in Kokomo. He's the one that invited Jim up to Healing Fields, and once again, Jim meets him down here. Says, hey, why don't you come up here? Well, he gets up there and he makes a fucking ass of himself in Healing Fields, and now that's Jimmy's fault. Now Jimmy's a piece of shit. No, how come everywhere Jim goes, shit happens? Maybe it's not because Steve's a piece of shit, or Woody's a piece of shit, or Jimmy Shaw's a piece of shit, or Bill Levin's a piece of shit. Maybe 420 Jim is the piece of shit, and he just starts trouble wherever he goes.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, because Bill Levin's never had these problems before. Desi didn't have these problems before.
Right.
You didn't have these problems before.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have these problems before. But enter Jim, and it's like a 9-year-old on a Monster drink running through Walmart. You're just like, what in the fuck is going on? So, that's the story of High on the Hill. and the Church of Cannabis and all that. It once again, but see the thing is the people here they didn't have Bill ain't got time for it. Bill ain't got time for it. Matter of fact, I was in contact with Bill today, and he's like, "Yeah, good luck with that." I got he's got a church to run. The man's on top. The man's on motherfucking top. Okay. So I tell you what, I'm going to say one more thing about Bill Levin. Anybody from Indiana, if anybody that is a Hoosier listening to this interview has heard of the neighborhood Broad Ripple, it's where all the college kids go hang out. It's where all the bars are. It's where you go see all the bands and shit like that. If you're some uppity, yuppie, because the college kids took it over. I want you to know something. Bill Levin started that. Bill Levin took over a little bar called the Patio. The little bar, a cute little place, had a little stage in it. And Bill started bringing in these bands. Nobody had ever seen or heard of these fucking bands. Okay, I don't know where he finds these bands at. Now, I can't confirm or deny this, but the rumor is that this man, Bill Levin, booked the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they were a college act.
Wow.
Brought them up here, put them in the fucking patio. They come out on stage. I heard they come out in jock straps. Fucking played the whole goddamn set. When they got done, they stuck around and partied with the bar and fucking closed the bar out. And they said it was one of the most righteous nights that's ever happened. Some band that nobody's ever heard of. Now, I can't confirm or deny that. Okay? Maybe if somebody's watching this video, they can. Okay? But so you've heard Jim complain about none of the tattoo parlors in Indiana will support him anymore. You want to know why?
Why?
Bill Levin has had several businesses also. Bill Levin had a business back in the day where he drove around in a van and he went around to all the tattoo shops in the state of Indiana. Okay? If you needed ink, needles, gloves, guns, wipes, paper towels, Vaseline, anything you needed to run your tattoo shop, Bill had it right here. You didn't need to order it and wait. You could literally, there were some times where you could call Bill in the middle of the artwork and Bill showing up with a new bottle of ink while the person's still laying there getting ink. Bill knows any tattoo artist in the state of Indiana worth their fucking salt, worth their being behind that gun. Bill Levin knows them. Promise that. Let's understand that. So when he decided to come after Bill Levin, he pissed off a lot of motherfuckers.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're talking about the guy, like I said, Bill's an OG. He paved the way for so many people to do the shit that they do here in Indiana. The bands, the bars, the tattoo parlors. Okay? The first church of cannabis. Right here in Indiana with Governor Mike fucking Pence. Bill Levin did that. Make no mistake. So Jim can say what he wants. Jim's lucky Bill Levin's got better shit to do, because I'll tell you what, you think I'm a fuck. I don't fuck with Bill Levin. Let's just get that straight. Bill does what he wants, and I'm okay with that. So to appear and get in our group and think you're fucking somebody, and you're gonna run your mouth and talk shit about people, I'm sorry. Some of us are established. Some of us have put our time in. Some of us have our resumes.
I will.
Right?
I will say this. I have been in contact with a couple of dispensaries in Maine, and he wouldn't be very welcome back up in Maine
He
again.
wouldn't be welcome back here in Indiana.
Well, you're not welcome in New Hampshire. I'll tell you that.
Like Healing Field, man. I'm telling you what. I was in contact with 4 people from Healing Fields. Your video this morning, coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to tell you, I alluded to guess since we're on healing fields, I've said everything I want to say. I've defended the people that I need to defend. I've clarified my bet. I've stated my case, and I you know where I'm from, and now you know about the church and High on the Hill.
Right.
So
So
he go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Now he's on this big healing fields kick. He doesn't understand how disrespectful he is. He doesn't understand how many people up there
Well, I tell
don't
you,
like him.
I think that I think we got another whole because we're at an hour and a half now. I think we got another hour and a half video to go with that.
I could do 2 hours on healing fields. I have emails, I have private messages, I have all kinds of shit.
So
Okay,
I think that we should definitely plan for a part three.
absolutely.
Um,
Fuck, we can do part 4, part 5.
well, yeah,
You know,
I definitely.
because
I think the next one we do will be the healing fields,
yep.
and
And I
then
get to interview you. I
yeah,
want to interview you.
and
I
then
want to
the
hear
next
your
one.
story, and I want to interview
Yep,
you.
and then after we do the healing fields, I'll tell you my story and what happened up here.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. You're right. Since our next video is healing fields, okay. Let's just give some teasers.
Hey,
We'll do a couple.
before you say anything, I just want to throw out a little random. Okay.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jim shits in a bag.
Are you fucking
Jim
serious? Come
shits
on.
in
Come
plastic
on.
bags. He does not
Come
have
on.
a
Is that what the
working.
bug beard shit?
He doesn't have a working bathroom in his bus. He shits in bags and then dumps it wherever he can.
Come on, man. No
Yeah.
way.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Old bug
Are you?
beard.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So anyway, go.
Shits in a bag.
The old bag shitter. Bugbeard the bag shitter.
Oh my god.
Anyway, go ahead
Yeah.
and say what you were going to say.
I guess I've wondered about that. Because I watched some videos, and you can see the inside of that
Oh,
RV.
yeah. It's
And it's
disgusting.
like the fucking doors. He's not even the owner of the goddamn RV. If I was the owner, I'd be so shitty. I'd want my goddamn. Well, I don't know if I'd want my RV back, but I'd be shitty if I was the owner. Um, you know,
Listen, Scott, I bought shirts, okay, when he was up here. So he tells everybody, he taught me
what
how
is
to.
fucking spray painted grease rags?
Yeah, so I bought out of the 70 something shirts that I made him while he watched me make them. I paid for 50 of them, 50 something of them, and I bought a pack specifically just to sit on when I was in his bus because I didn't want to sit on his cushions.
Shit.
So,
I didn't go in the RV. I stuck my head in
oh,
there
it was
because I
bad,
couldn't handle the smell.
bad.
Like I said, I felt sorry for the guy. He lives
He,
on the road.
well,
I kind of understand.
he had
We have to
puppies at the
town.
time too.
Uh,
He had puppies at the time, so it was even worse. Oh, I lost you. Hold on a second. Maybe he'll come back on here. Hold on. We've had some technical difficulties tonight. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I think I lost you. I'm gonna hit you one more time here. There's the ringer. Ring, 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 ring. That's the bad thing about doing it here on the thing, but it's the best way because I can edit the video if I have to. I don't know. All right, there you are.
There we go.
All
I
right.
hear you.
So I mean, literally, I mean, it's a tetanus shot on wheels,
I
bro.
see you. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me?
No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, all right.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, the cannabis is a tetanus shot on wheels. I mean, it literally is. It's bad, man. I mean, he had an exhaust leak, and I kept trying to tell him about it, and he didn't want to hear it.
Probably why he's so fucking slow and stupid.
Yeah,
He's got some Forrest Gump going on.
I don't know, man. And he would leave the fucking thing running when he would fill it up for gas with an exhaust leak, and oh man, I had to have the window open the whole ride because I mean, all it was exhaust fumes in the whole RV.
Right.
It was horrible.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but listen, so what I wanted to say is, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta do a few things. But I want to set up a time we can do a part 3, part 4, whatever. And but part 3 is definitely going to be about the healing fields.
Okay. I have somebody who is very, very close to Terry Chambers.
Yep.
Somebody who knew him very closely, not somebody like Jim who bumped into him a couple times. Okay. I have some conversations that I now have permission to share. So in our next video, we're gonna talk about some people who are very close to Mr. Chambers.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about some conversations. See, Jim's a liar. Jim's a liar. Everything that happened at Healing Fields, I got all. Everything that happened with the camera, all that shit, I got it all.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I got emails from board members. I can tell you what happened to Robin. Remember Robin?
Yep.
How she thought she gonna come in and find out. Oh, Robin found out. She found out. It's all good. So yeah, those some teasers. I got some shit for you, Steve. I got shit. I got shit for you, Jim. He better hang on to the Healing Fields as long as he can, because
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, he was posting all kinds of memories about it today.
Whatever. There ain't a person up there. There ain't a person up there. And I this voice of the vets bullshit.
Oh yeah.
That's bull fucking shit.
Yeah. I agree.
And I fucking got it. I got it all. So I'll share it with you. That's our next video, man.
Okay. All right.
But I want to clarify that. Number one, now you know where I come from. Now you know how Jim is involved. That's High on the Hill, the church, shit like that. I did want to make that one correction. Desi worked really hard to put that event together. The event she did after that was a success, and she did a very good job. I wanted to get credit for that. And I didn't mean to take credit for that show.
Well, I think too that he was saying I think he was saying either you or Desi told Chief Greenbud that he wasn't going to pay him, and that.
Yeah, he didn't have no fucking money.
Yeah, exactly. So.
It was embarrassing. Understand this. This girl just bought this business. She's worked her ass off. She's trying to put on her first event. Dude, I've put on hundreds of these things. They still make me nervous. Anything can go wrong. You know how it is when you're in charge of everybody.
Yeah.
You're in charge of all these things,
Yep.
right? It's Jim's just in charge of him. I'm in charge of Jim and everybody else.
Right.
When you put on an event, okay. She worked her fucking she worked her fucking ass off. Okay, it was embarrassing. It was very embarrassing to her. Okay, made her cry.
It was so. Let me clarify that would have been her first event there.
That would have been her first event.
Yeah,
Jim fucked it up.
That's horrible.
Because he made a promise. I got $1,000. He gets up there and he's panhandling our customers. He's fucking over at the bar drinking when he says he doesn't drink. And Desi came out on that. Desi called him out on that many times and said, "Motherfucker, I got you on video." And he says the same thing. Well, I was just holding it for somebody. No, you weren't. What? The gay bar owner? Understand that he's over hanging out with the gay bar owner. The homophobe. Let's bring that up really fucking quick. I'm going to tell you right now. Not only do I think Jim's a pedophile. Why do I think Jim's a pedophile? Because he's grooming little kids on the side with his stickers. There's no gray area. Okay? He's a racist motherfucker. Anybody who talks about Asian people like that is a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're mocking that man. That man owns a business. He came here to become an American citizen
20
and did
years.
everything he could and work his ass off. Right.
Yep.
And he's got Jim. If Jim really cared about the movement and cared about the Constitution, cared about law and the things, he would take the time to explain to this man, sir, we have the First Amendment, we have, this and that, and make that a teaching moment. Instead, he's out there with an Asian business owner and a black security guard, and he's out there and he's the most racist piece of shit out there screaming, mocking the guy,
Yep.
dismissing the security guard,
Yep.
right? Who's there trying to help, and it's his job. He is responsible for that property,
He
you know.
he claims that we're all in it, a conspiracy, because I guess we're not allowed to be friends on the out. You know what my whole thing is when I was following him, I followed a lot of the people. So who's to say that I wasn't
Hey, one
following?
sec. Yo, hold on, Steve. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, where we at? There we go. Sorry about that. I got dinner brought to me, man.
That's all good, man.
See, when you work hard and you take care of your people, right, and you do right and you do good, okay, all right, you got a girl that loves you and treats you good. It's Jim. It's a shame Jim doesn't have that. It's
No,
a shame that Jim has to actually beg for dinner. I get mine delivered to me because I'm a good man. I worked my fucking ass off today, and my girl knows it.
I think a
Right?
lot of I think he makes fun of. He makes fun of my wife. He makes fun of other people's girlfriends. I think he's jealous, man, that he doesn't have anybody. I
Well,
really do. I believe that wholeheartedly.
I agree with that. He's
Maybe.
fucking lonely.
Hey, maybe he'll run into a 13, 14-year-old
Or
and get married again. I don't know. You
yeah.
know, I don't know.
Well, I mean, so and speaking of getting married, why is it that we're to take the word of your ex-wife, and everything she says about you, but we're not to take the word of his ex-wife?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
So the whole right. Listen, I'm just gonna tell you that old Jimmy Boy isn't as privy to the information when it comes to me and my ex as he thinks he is.
Right.
The bottom line is with me and my ex, I am done with the negativity towards her. Uh, I don't think she's going to speak out against me either. We have grandkids together. We have children together.
Mhm.
And for him, to basically, in a nutshell, threaten my ex to put her face and my boys' faces on the bus. I mean, he crossed a line with her.
Mhm.
I've already, I'm gonna go right on record as to say I've spoken with her. Okay, since this, and yeah, we have a past. Me and her, we don't get along that great. But Bridget is, she is not going to allow people to run her kids down.
Right.
Okay, the negativity between me and her is
And
on
he
the.
used her. He
Yes,
used
of
her.
course he did. Of
I
course he
felt
did.
sorry for that girl.
I mean, but in a
He
nutshell,
fucking used her.
I mean, he called everybody out because she owns a home and she won't donate to him. What kind of shit is that?
But she worked for her shit, and she
He
doesn't need to give it away to a
no,
slime
he
ball
chose
who's
to
putting
live.
Calvin pissing on the police department in the back
Yeah,
window.
he chose to live how he lives. Okay, so I'm going to say this: the negativity between me and my ex is on the shelf. I'm not going to say anything negative about her. I don't have anything negative to say about her. Like I said, we have grandkids together and we have children together, and that is more important to me and her than anything else. Okay, so he can try anything he wants. He can claim he's got my record. He's gonna contact my ex. Anybody wants to talk to my ex, he can try all that shit that he wants. That shit ain't gonna fly no more.
I tell you what, I sent our video to two of mine Remember I said get a hold of my exes and
Yep.
see what they got to say? Well, I sent our first video to two of them. Okay? Go right ahead. Absolutely. You know, I haven't spoke to Desi, in a long time. And we've gone our own ways. I'm in a different city with a different girl. I got a different job. Man, my life is so different now. All right, we probably wouldn't recognize each other right now. Okay, the move on. Okay, but I tell you what, I'm gonna make sure that she sees and knows that Jim got called out for his bullshit. You know, I'm gonna, so and my other ex, I sent her the video. I sent her the video. Call her up. Call her up. Say, hey, this,
I
I don't
mean,
know. It's stupid. It's stupid shit,
I mean,
man.
like
It's
I
so
said,
fucking
he,
stupid
he,
shit.
he crossed the line when he threatened to use our children. Okay, regardless of what me and my ex
Agreed.
think about each other, we've already decided we're willing to put things aside. For the sake of grandchildren and our children, and he's not going to get away with that shit. That shit, like I said, here's my closing statement. He can try all he wants to use my past. It is not my fucking kryptonite. It never will be. Okay, he can say whatever.
I'll put my shit out there before anybody finds it.
So,
And honestly, my real life is way more interesting than the fucking bullshit he's got going on. Promise that. Man,
right,
the truth is way fucking better or worse, depending on how you want to look at it.
but
Oh, he thinks he's got all this dirt on me. You don't know shit. You
yeah.
don't know my
I mean,
past.
listen. I don't listen. I'm the opposite of him. He's Mister Redactor. He'll redact things. He'll put out what he wants people to see, and he'll cross out the things he doesn't. I'm different. You got something you want to ask me about my past or anything that I've done, I don't hide from it. I don't have
Right.
to. I've changed my life. If he can't see that, I don't care. He's not someone in my life that matters to me. He really isn't.
I
So
mean,
whatever.
right? He's allowed to change. I mean, he claims he's not an alcoholic beater anymore.
Right.
So we know what the fuck, man.
Yeah.
If he
Yeah. Everybody he follows has some kind of checkered past, but they're all forgiven and it doesn't matter. The bottom line is what's different is I'm not backing down from him. I'm calling him out and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it, so my past will still matter.
and he can't block. He can block us, but he can't delete the videos. He can't get this taken down.
Nope. And his
You and I made sure that we actually. As a matter of fact, let's talk about this conspiracy. I
yo,
tell you what, if me and you working together to get his donations shut down and get his followers to dry up is a conspiracy, guilty as motherfucking
yeah.
charged.
I mean,
He's
so
a public figure.
that's
We're
right.
allowed to do that.
Yep, that's right.
He is not a private individual. The
Nope.
day he changed his name to fucking 420 Jim
Out of the
and got out there and started doing his political activism,
uh-huh.
he is now a public figure and he gets whatever we throw at him.
Right, right. Like I said, I've already been told as long as there are no threats of physical harm to this guy, he can do whatever listen, he wants to take me to court for slander or defamation of character. He better come fucking packing quite a bit because I'll pull every fucking goddamn thing that I've saved that he's put out there. Does he think that they're gonna not look at the stuff that he does?
I'm saying it right here live on video, right here. And I know you're going to put this out. I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again today. He's a fucking groomer. He's a fucking groomer. He's a piece of shit. He's a racist.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
And that's it. So there you are.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Jim talks a big talk about his biker friends. Remember, he's mentioned his biker friends before. I
Oh
got
yeah.
biker
Yeah.
friends. He's got trucker friends, and
Truckers, bikers,
he's vets. He's got vet friends.
clowns,
You know
carnies.
what? Let me tell you something, Steve. I don't have a biker friends. I don't
You
have
got
biker
biker
friends.
family.
I got a biker family.
That's right.
Biker's family. See, being a biker is a lifestyle. Jim might know some guys who own motorcycles and put their black and orange Harley jackets on, on the weekend to go ride in their rides with their fucking gold wings, dressers and shit. being a biker is a lifestyle,
Yeah.
okay? And being a truck driver is a lifestyle, okay? You know, so Jim thinks he's down with all these groups, but he's not a biker. He'll never be a biker. There's not a biker on this planet that would accept him in. You know,
Yeah.
um, truck drivers. This guy had to ask somebody for a CB radio and an antenna. This is a guy who spends 10 years on the road amongst the truck drivers and still doesn't have a goddamn CB. You got to be kidding me. Here, let me show this. I don't know if I can do this here. You want to talk about CBs? All right.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah,
dude, right there,
yeah.
right there. That's
I
my Washington Uniden. That's my everyday. That's hooked to an Antron up on top of the roof, and there's my DAC 9.
yeah. I used
All
to have.
right, look at that. An A-static D104 chicken choker. That motherfucker wouldn't know what to do with equipment like
Yeah,
that.
I used to have.
Fuck him.
I used to have the setup with the Echo Master mic. I had all kinds of stuff, man. I had
Oh
a.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
used to be on it. I got a couple of ham radios that I use. I got the old. I
The
bought a.
Baofeng, dude. I own
Yep,
4 of
yep,
these.
yep. I bought a couple of those. That's what I have. The Baofeng
You
ham
know.
radios.
Hell,
So
even over here, I got more fucking radios right there. Look,
yep.
I mean, shortwave. That's a shortwave tube
Yeah.
radios. That's a
Listen,
marine
if
radio.
I didn't live in an apartment building, I think I would get back into having a CB again.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. But listen, my phone's getting ready to die.
yeah. Hey,
But
one thing about bikers, truckers, and vets. All right, that Jim claims to be a part of. There's one thing that we don't do. We don't fuck with family.
that's
We
right.
don't ever.
That's
We don't
right.
ever fuck with family. Those are brotherhoods. Bikers are brotherhoods.
Yep. Same up here.
Vets are brotherhoods. Truckers are brotherhoods. And when you fuck with family, you don't fuck with family in those groups.
Yeah.
Jim has broken a sacred unwritten rule among brotherhoods.
Well,
Okay, vets don't put other vets service down.
no, it's the
We
same
don't
up
do
here
it.
too because he really doesn't understand. You know, he hears this, he hears that, and he says shit. About my past. I come from a biker family too. My dad has. I'm not gonna drop names or anything like that, but there are we have ties up here. We're a biker family too. From born and bred on bikes up this way. That's all I'll say. But literally, I'm going to have to throw my phone on the charger, so we're going to have to do the healing
Uh,
fields.
Healing field next video.
Yeah, yep.
I got it all for you.
All right,
I got it all
cool.
for you. I got everything you want and more. You want to talk about shocker? I'm gonna blow your mind.
I can't wait for that one. That's the one I really want to get into because I think that's going to open up. That's going to crack the nut wide open. So,
Hey, one more time. All Corey has to do is come to his senses and apologize, and
yep.
we can put this we can put that aspect to rest.
Well,
Right?
until
Let's
he
don't let's don't let's
does,
don't go there.
until
Let's
he
don't go there
does,
because when I go there, I'm not coming back.
right? Until he does, the clock is ticking. He's down to 13 days. 13 days, and those pictures go up if that
And I
shit
don't
don't
want to see
happen.
Jim do him dirty, but Jim's going to do him dirty like he's done everybody else
Oh
dirty.
yeah, without a doubt.
Understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Jim is going to let Corey be done dirty.
Yep, he is. So, all right,
Because
my brother.
appreciate you.
I will. I'll message you tomorrow, and we'll talk, and then we'll set something up.
Yeah. I got it, man. My phone. I got a lot of messages to get to. I've been burning up here, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Have
You
a good
too.
one.
You too.
Tell Amy I said hey.
Yeah. Say to Shirley.
Yep.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.